He placed the ruler against the corner of the wall, but suddenly discovered that at different positions on the same wall, the angles differed by more than 40 degrees. Even stranger, when he poured a cup of water onto what looked like a flat floor, the water instantly split into two clearly separated streams. The strangeness of the villa made his back feel cold. In order to figure out the truth here, the man immediately found a tape measure to verify it. He first measured the width indoors, then walked to the same position outside and measured again. The result shocked him. The interior space was a full 3 meters larger than the exterior. This completely violated his understanding. A chill instantly swept over him. The daughter hurried back into the house to get dressed, but after she went in, she never came out again. The man outside thought she was playing hide and seek, but after pushing the door open, only saw the daughter's clothes scattered on the floor. There was already no trace of her in the room. He searched the entire house and found nothing. The girl seemed to have vanished out of thin air. He instantly regretted renting this villa. As a screenwriter, in order to find inspiration, he found this remote villa online. Because he was eager to move in, he did not investigate beforehand and directly moved in with his wife and daughter. At first, the villa's decoration satisfied the couple, but soon the man began to hear inexplicable noises while the wife noticed nothing at all. This was the film's first key foreshadowing. Late at night, after turning off the lights and preparing to rest, the wife waited in the bedroom while the daughter lay on the bed playing shadow puppets. The clock showed 10:30. Suddenly, a black shadow appeared on the wall that did not belong to her. The girl screamed in fright. The man rushed over. The daughter said she had just seen a strange shadow. After hearing this, he did not take it seriously, thinking it was just a child's hallucination. After comforting her, he returned to rest. However, he did not notice that. In the short time he went downstairs, the clock had quietly advanced nearly 5 hours. The next day, the wife and daughter walked in the woods. The daughter suddenly asked why the neighbors all hated her father. The mother did not hide it and said the father's ex-wife had mysteriously drowned in their bathtub at home. Although the coroner ruled it an accident, rumors pointed to the father. This incident also dealt a heavy blow to the man. Even while writing, he was restless and anxious. With a troubled mind, he went to the store to shop, but the shop owner's words tightened his heart. It turned out that before this, the villa had an owner, but for unknown reasons, that person suddenly disappeared. The police searched for a whole year without finding anything. Before he left, the shop owner stuffed a ruler into his hand. This ruler concealed clues to the villa's secret. Another late night, he was awakened by a night and went to the study to write. But when he opened the notebook, he discovered a line of warning, exactly the same as his own handwriting. Leave quickly. He was certain he had never written this sentence. The next second, footsteps and door closing sounds followed one after another. He suddenly turned around and saw a hidden door appear out of thin air on the bookshelf. Behind the door was a staircase with no visible end. Driven by strong curiosity, he walked down. Below was a basement. Inside, he found a large number of secretly taken photos. Even more terrifying, he found his daughter in the room. She had already drowned. Unable to believe what he saw, he thought it was only a dream. He smashed a bottle nearby and stabbed it into his own neck. Fortunately, this was indeed only a nightmare. Still shaken, he took his wife to check the study, insisting that he had seen a hidden door in his dream. But after checking for a long time, they found nothing abnormal. After last night's events, he insisted on moving away. While packing, he glanced at his wife and daughter playing in the yard and sent his wife a text message. The key twist arrives. The wife's phone rang. Inside the room, it turned out he had another phone. The message he sent was received by this unknown phone. Then who was the wife outside? Was he being cheated on? He picked up the phone and questioned her. The wife complained that he had violated her privacy. The two had a fierce argument. The woman angrily drove away. As soon as she left, the man again saw a warning in the notebook. Below it, another line appeared. Now it is too late to leave. At this moment, the daughter accidentally broke a glass. The water on the floor instantly split into two parts. Then the horrifying measuring scene from the beginning occurred. The indoor space was 3 meters larger than the outside. The terrified daughter ran back to her room to get dressed. She opened a door and entered a mysterious space. At the end of the corridor stood a bathtub quietly. Unable to find his daughter, the man pushed open the last door she entered. Inside, there was only a piece of clothing. The villa now seemed like a living organism, its structure twisted and deformed. Entering from the second floor led directly to the first floor living room. To mark direction, he placed chairs as markers, but when he turned back, the corridor had eerily extended dozens of meters. He rushed into the study. The hidden door from the nightmare suddenly appeared. Believing his daughter was inside, he stepped in and the door closed automatically. At the same time, the daughter in the corridor met a mysterious old man. What a stupid face. There aren't that many lucky fathers here. I'm sure you'll always follow him, right? Hearing his daughter's cries, the man kicked the door desperately but ended up back in the chair marked living room. Fortunately, he found his frightened daughter on the stairs. She was unharmed. He tried calling his wife, but no one answered. He contacted the shop owner, hoping to borrow a car. The owner's reply was despairing. He said the man would never be able to leave. The terrifying truth was revealed. This place was once an ancient church that imprisoned sinful souls. After it was destroyed, the villa was built on top of it. Anyone burdened with sin who entered would be imprisoned forever. The man took his daughter and tried to escape on foot through the night. After walking for a long time, they finally saw light, only to find it was the same villa. Exhausted, they lay down to rest. A blinding white light suddenly flashed. The man recalled the photos in the basement. Someone had been secretly photographing them. The scenes matched exactly. He rushed out, but the doors suddenly locked, dragging him into another dimension. A bathtub filled with water appeared. A cold hand grabbed his throat. The ghost was his drowned ex-wife. He struggled desperately. The ghost vanished. Terrified, he ran upstairs and saw himself from a few days ago. He immediately understood and wrote the warning in the notebook. Leave quickly. Time and space shifted again. He returned to the first day in the villa. The strange noise he heard then was his own cry for help now. The staircase twisted. No matter how he climbed, he returned to the same point. Driven by desperation to save his daughter, he finally climbed up, but entered another timeline. He encountered the old man again. After attacking him, the old man removed his hat. It was an aged version of himself. The old man said, "Once you enter here, there is no return." The white light flashed. The daughter walked down the stairs. Time finally returned to normal. The wife returned. The man confessed the truth. He could have saved his ex-wife from drowning, but he chose not to. Though he escaped the law, sin never disappears. The villa was a court of judgment. The innocent may leave, the guilty are trapped forever. He put his daughter in the car, said goodbye to his wife, and the soul-devouring villa was quietly listed for rent once again.